I see my kid, who's left out of a social event or who, got the school project in a group where all of his friends are together and my kid is the only one not with his friends. Or my kid is struggling to do a puzzle. And one of the things I say to myself is, Becky, do not deprive my child of finding their capability. Do not steal it. Do not steal their capability. A kid doesn't feel capable when they do something easy. A kid doesn't even feel capable when they're doing something hard. Kids develop capability after watching themselves survive something that was really difficult and just get through it. And so if I say to my kid, I'll call the school and I'll switch the school group for you. Oh, I'll do that puzzle for you because I just don't want to deal with you having a meltdown. Not once, but over and over. I'm actually stealing their capability. And capability really is the antidote to anxiety. And going forward, when I think about my kids going into the world, what's more important than feeling like I can be capable in a wide range, not very narrow, bubbled cushion range of situations?
What does it mean to be a sturdy leader? Yeah.
I love the word sturdy. Like there's certain words I love because even though I'm a psychologist and I have a lot of words to say, I actually think very visually. And to me, the words that make sense like evoke an emotion that I can access. And the word sturdy just does that for me. Mm-hmm. And again, I think sturdy leadership is what we want in a CEO. It's what we want in a partner. It's what we want in a coach. It's definitely what we want in a pilot.
So does that mean reliable, dependable?
I think there's a couple ways. I think it's a leader who is equally boundaried as they are connected to you. They're actually equally as connected to themselves. What do I want? What are my values? What are my limitations? As they are able to connect to you. Oh, you might be different, but I'm able to hear and understand your values and wants and feelings. And to me, the way that can get kind of operationalized as a kind of really set of skills is you know how to set boundaries. And I think most people get boundaries completely wrong. So I know how to set and hold boundaries. And at the same time, I'm able to connect to and validate other people's emotional experiences. Those are the two pillars of sturdy leadership.
Could you paint a scenario for us? You have great scripts and people come to you for scripts. It doesn't have to be a verbatim script, but could you just walk us through a hypothetical situation that exemplifies someone being sturdy in this way?
I think sometimes the best way to do it is actually in this pilot metaphor. Can I do that first?
Let's get into the pilots.
Okay. Are you actually a pilot? It wouldn't surprise me.
I'm not a pilot. I've landed a plane, but I'm not a pilot.
Sully, right there. Got Sully. Okay. You're many things.
No.
Okay.
I'm definitely not the sturdy pilot you want.
So I'm definitely not a pilot. You're a passenger on a flight and there's, let's say, a lot of turbulence. And you're very scared. And maybe even you look around and like everyone's pretty scared. I think there's 3 versions of a pilot that you might hear come over the loudspeaker. And I actually think they perfectly exemplify 3 different versions of parenting. So here's pilot 1. Everyone stop screaming. You're making a big deal out of nothing and I can't focus and you ruin everything and you're just going to all have your frequent flyer miles taken away if you keep screaming. Something like that.
Not super reassuring.
Not reassuring. And the invalidation there as a passenger for me almost makes me worried. Does the pilot not know it's turbulent? And oh my goodness, me screaming and being scared is enough to make the pilot kind of freak out at me. Like that actually doesn't feel good. It feels like I was contagious to the pilot and they couldn't handle the situation. Okay, that's pilot 1. That's like when we say to our kids, if you don't listen to me the next time, you're losing dessert. You're so rude. You can't hit your sister and you ruin every family vacation. Whatever, we kind of just scream at our kids and we threaten things that, by the way, we never follow up on. And we just dole out punishment because we don't really know what to do. That's pilot 1. Pilot 2 is almost the opposite extreme. Like everyone's scared and you're right, it is really turbulent. And I don't know, I'm just going to open up the cockpit door. And if any of you know how to pilot the plane, just come on in and take over. And at this point, you're no longer scared of turbulence and you're just terrified that this person is your pilot, right? Because there's this merger. Yeah. My overwhelm became your overwhelm and you just melted in front of me. That is so scary. The pilot we want to hear is the sturdy leader. And they'd probably say something like this. I hear you screaming. That makes sense. It's very turbulent. And I've done this a million times. I know what I'm doing. What scares you does not scare me. And so I'm going to get off the loudspeaker. and go back to piloting the plane, and I'll see you on the ground in Los Angeles. And what's crazy is I think you think about a passenger in that situation, and I'm going to guess even if the turbulence was the same, they feel calmer. Because what a sturdy leader really does is they say to you, I see what's happening for you. I see your feelings as real, and your feelings don't overwhelm me. There's a boundary. I can see yours as real and connect to them while I can maintain a separate connection for myself. And there's kind of this cockpit between us. That's like saying to your kid, oh, they're having a meltdown because you say no to ice cream for breakfast, right? And you say, oh, you really wanted ice cream for breakfast. I get it. It's so yummy. And that's not an option, sweetie. You can have a waffle. You can have cereal. Let me know when you want to make a decision. And when I model that, a parent will say, it's not working. It's not working. I'm like, what do you mean it's not working? Well, my kid still screams. I'm just thinking about my pilot saying, my announcement didn't work. My passengers are still scared of the turbulence. Like, can you imagine? Who cares, in a way that they're still scared? Mm-hmm. Their reaction is not a barometer for whether you are doing a good job. And defining it that way can get into real role confusion, can get us into a lot of trouble.